Hello, everybody. This is Dr. Carolyn Maria, working as an assistant professor in education, Loyola College of Education, Chennai. The title of the course is Environmental Education, in which we are going to concentrate on natural resources. We will be focusing on the meaning and categories of natural resources, exhaustible and inexhaustible resources, land resources, its associated problems and measures to protect the land resources, forest resources, its associated problems and measures to protect the forest resources. The objectives are the learner will be able to gain knowledge about natural resources, categorize natural resources, differentiate exhaustible and inexhaustible resources, understand land resources, its associated problems and measures to protect the land resources, understand forest resources, its associated problems and measures to protect the forest resources. The learning outcomes are, at the end, the learner will be able to understand the natural resources and its categories, identify exhaustible and inexhaustible resources, realize the importance of land resources, associated problems and measures to protect the land resources, realize the importance of forest resources, its associated problems and measures to protect the forest resources. Let us see what are natural resources. Anything from living and non-living environment that satisfy the human needs and wants is called natural resources. All input materials that find place in any production process, either directly or indirectly, are called natural resources. Natural resources are essential for food, habitat, and energy. There are many kinds of natural resources like land, water, minerals, energy, forest, wildlife, fisheries, and biodiversity. Natural resources are categorized into two broader categories as exhaustible and inexhaustible resources. Exhaustible resources are further classified into four categories as renewable and non-renewable resources, reusable and non-reusable resources. Let us see what are exhaustible and inexhaustible resources. Exhaustible resources on continuous usage slowly deplete and finally get dried up. They decrease in their quality as well as quantity on continuous usage. For example, coal, petroleum, metals, minerals, drinking water, etc. Inexhaustible resources are unlimited in nature. On continuous usage, the quality may change, but they are available forever. For example, air, sunlight, and marine water. Renewable resources can be replaced by nature after the usage. For example, water, wood, soil fertility, forest, wild animals, etc. Non-renewable resources cannot be replaced after the usage. For example, fossil fuels, ores of iron, aluminium, copper, etc. Reusable resources are exhausted on continuous usage, but it can be used over and over again. For example, gold, silver, iron, copper, etc. Non-reusable resources deplete after the usage and they cannot be used repeatedly. Example, sand, stones like marble and granite. Let us focus on land resources. Land resources are the resources on land which satisfy the need of living things with regard to food, water, clothes, and shelter. Out of 510 million square kilometer of the world total area, the land accounts for 29%, that is 169 million square kilometer. India has 2.5 percentage of land area of the world, and in that 25 percentage of land is in the form of mountains, 45 percentage as plains, 30 percentage as plateaus. In India, 66 percentage of population is concentrated in plains. The major problems of land resources are soil erosion, landslides, desertification, pollution, degradation of land resources. Let us see what is soil erosion. Drifting or removal of top fertile layer of the soil is called soil erosion. It is a natural process induced by human activities. The reasons for soil erosion are destruction of forest, mining operations, overgrazing, and developmental activities. The causes of soil erosion are it causes flood, drought, deplete the soil nutrients, reduction in crop production, disturbance in air humidity balance, loss of underground water, alkalinity and seepage increase in plains, disastrous efforts of microorganisms. Let us see what is landslide. Descent mass of earth and rock down the mountain slope due to gravitational force with thunderous sound is called landslide. It is common during the rainy season in hilly region. The reasons for landslides are earth tremors, incessant rain, soil erosion, deforestation, tunneling of construction, cultivation on hilltops, construction on hilltops. How to prevent the landslides? Landslides could be prevented by denying permission for building on rock, building concrete blocks at the wall at the slope bottom, making bedrocks with gravel, forbidding cultivation on hilltops, forbidding destruction of forest. Let us see what is desertification of land. Conversion of fertile land into desert is called desertification. Deserts are unused land areas in the world without rainfall. Example, Thar Desert and Sahara Desert. The reasons for desertification are deforestation, overgrazing, excessive utilization of groundwater, pollution of water bodies, overpopulation, mining, etc. Let us see what is degradation of land resources. The overall lowering the quality of land resources with decreased soil fertility is called degradation of land resources. What is soil fertility? The ability of soil to supply essential nutrients to plants is called soil fertility. The causes of degradation of land resources are soil erosion, flood, waterlogging, use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides, cultivation without crop protection, dumping of waste, pollution, etc. Let's see the measures to protect the land resources. We can protect the land resources by converting garbage into compost manure, safe disposal of urban and industrial waste, avoiding chemical fertilizers, pesticides and herbicides by using green manures and biofertilizers, monitoring smoke emission from the industries by pollution control agencies, avoiding monoculture and adopting crop rotation, ensuring proper crop management and land usage, avoiding deforestation and promoting massive sapling plantation, educating farmers for the proper usage of fertilizers and biocides, creating awareness to the public to control the soil pollution. Let us focus on forest resources. The word forest is originated from a Latin word called foris, which means outside. Forest is a self-sustaining wooden tracts with biotic community dominated by trees and plants. Forests occupy 63.85 million hectares out of 329 million hectares of geographical area in India. Forests meet 40% of energy needs and 30% of fodder needs. There are two ways the forests help us. One is directly, another one is indirectly. The direct usage of forests are wood, food, spices, chemicals, minerals, and mineral deposits. Indirect usage of forest resources are forests give us rain, prevent soil erosion, reduce atmospheric pollution. The major problems of forest resources are deforestation and forest fire. Let us see what is deforestation. Deliberate removal of forests by burning or uprooting the trees is called deforestation. There are several reasons for deforestation. Rapid growth in the population leads to the creating and extending the human habitats. Developmental projects like construction of dams, roadways and railways etc. also cause deforestation. Forest wood used as a fuel for domestic purpose. Use of wood for construction, mining operations, overgrazing, all these are the reasons for deforestation. What are the adverse effects of deforestation? Because of deforestation, the rainwater is wasted as runoff. The rich topmost soil is eroded and which cause frequent flood, drought and desertification. Decline in agricultural productivity. Alteration in global climate and lack of rain. Increase in global warming. Loss of habitat, extinction of flora and fauna, destruction of tribal life and culture, as well as loss of important zinc for ozone. How to protect the forests? These are the measures to protect the forest resources. Avoiding deforestation and planting more saplings. Ensuring proper coordination among central and state government departments in forest protection policies and actions. Following less time-consuming legal procedures. Instructing the nodal officers and department officers to strictly follow the Forest Conservation Act. Insisting to obtain necessary clearance from Environmental Management Authority for the existing as well as new hydroelectric, irrigation, mining, road, rail, thermal and transmission projects etc. What is forest fire? Forest fire is the fire which causes destruction to the forest as well as the wildlife. There are two sources of the forest fire, either natural sources or man-made sources. Natural sources includes lightning, volcanic eruption, dry weather and rubbing of trees. The man-induced sources of forest fire are cigarette stubs, sparks from the vehicles which are used in the forest, fire caused by recreational activities, military shootings, burning of waste, firecrackers, poor maintenance of the electric wires, organized crime by terrorist attack. The measures to prevent the forest fire are strict vigil of forest officers on people access to forest, prohibiting burn in forest, removing the flammable debris from the forest, use park arresters in vehicles which are used in the forest, paying keen attention to military shooting activities, proper maintenance of electric cables in the forest, ban bursting of crackers nearby forest area, strict implementation of Forest Act. The key takeaways of this lesson is come forward to protect natural resources, especially the land resources. Take initiatives to increase the forest cover. Use the natural resources sparingly, having a consideration for the usage of future resources, future generation, because each and every human being on earth have equal rights to use all the natural resources for their need and not for their greed. Some points for reflection are suggest any two alternatives for exhaustible resources. Recommend any two techniques to improve soil fertility. State the man-induced reasons for forest fire. I have given some suggested reading for you people to get more information with regard to environmental education. Kindly make a note of the suggested reading. Thank you for listening. Wish you good luck.